After 2 amazing years traveling around Mexico, we're counting down to our 12 best places to visit in Mexico.
And if you're planning to visit number one on our list, now is the time to book for the 2023-2024 high season, or you will likely miss out on visiting one of the most popular travel destinations in Mexico.
Are you ready to get started?
Let's do it!
Coming in at number 12 is Mérida, Yucatan, the cultural capital of the state by the same name. With large squares, colonial-era churches, and impressive museums, you can't help but feel a certain old-world charm in Mérida. On the Paseo de Montejo, for example, you will find gorgeous mansions lining the leafy streets, as well as plenty of trendy restaurants and boutiques to enjoy on a leisurely afternoon.
Back in the historic center, no visit to Mérida is complete without a stop in Plaza Grande, the city's main square. Here you'll find the oldest cathedral in Mexico, the government palace with its stunning hall of murals depicting Mexican independence from Spain, and the former residence of the Spanish conquistador who founded the city in 1542. Needless to say, if you're a history or architecture lover, Mérida should be at the top of your Mexico travel list.
For number 11, we stay on the Yucatan Peninsula, but move to an island off the coast of Cancun in the state of Quintana Roo. If you're looking for an escape from the hustle and bustle of the Cancun hotel zone, then book a short ferry or catamaran day trip to beautiful Isla Mujeres.
Isla Mujeres is home to not one, but two blue flag beaches that meet the extremely high environmental, sustainability, and cleanliness standards to be certified a blue flag beach. Our favorite, Playa Norte, is consistently ranked one of the best beaches in Mexico. From here, you can also catch a boat to swim with whale sharks during season, easily our most memorable experience on Isla.
Besides lounging on the beach and eating delicious seafood, we highly recommend renting a golf cart to explore the island, even if it's just for the day. Make your way down to Punta Sur to see some pretty cool artwork and stand where the sun first touches the country every morning. On this part of the island, you'll also discover some of the bluest water you'll ever see. This is why you come to the Mexican Caribbean.
At number 10, we head back inland to Valladolid, a colorful colonial gem on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Valladolid is well situated to explore the unbelievable Mayan ruins and cenotes that surround the city. Cenotes are refreshing natural swimming holes formed from collapsed limestone, and there are more than 6,000 of them in the area.
Of course, no trip on the Riviera Maya, which stretches from Cancun to Tulum, is complete without a visit to Chichén Itzá, one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Many years ago, I was able to climb the pyramid, but you can't any longer. And if that's on your bucket travel list in Mexico, you can still climb the ruins at Ekbalam, however, which is located a few minutes north of Valladolid by car.
Since everyone is at Chichén Itzá, we felt like we had Ekbalam all to ourselves. And there's even a cenote to swim in after you climb to the top of the tallest pyramid.
To learn more about visiting Ekbalam or any of the destinations featured in this video, we'll add links to those videos in the description below.
At least for destinations on the Yucatan Peninsula, you might want to consider renting a car to explore as many of them as possible. You could easily plan a 1 to 2 week road trip. Alternatively, we recommend using the ADO bus to get around this part of Mexico. We took the ADO bus to our next destination.
At number 9, we return to another one of the most beautiful islands in Mexico, Isla Holbox. With shallow, crystal clear water, you could easily think you are in the Maldives versus the Gulf of Mexico.
Like Isla Mujeres, you will need to take a ferry to get to Isla Holbox, but unlike Isla Mujeres, Holbox will feel totally undiscovered on arrival.
There are 2 don't-miss beaches on Holbox. The first is Playa Punta Cocos, which is another one of the best beaches in Mexico. The water here is spectacularly clear. The newly opened Margaritaville St. Somewhere around the bend is a great stop for a drink at their beach club or lunch by the pool.
The second don't miss beach on Holbox is the main beach, Playa Holbox. Just walk the gorgeous white sand beach to find your spot in paradise. When the tide goes out, a stunning sandbank will appear along with dozens of kite surfers, one of the most popular activities on Obash.
In the evening, head to the main pier for sunset before settling in for a night of eating, drinking, and night shopping in the cute town.
For number 8, we hop a flight to Querétaro in central Mexico and then take an Uber over to San Miguel de Allende. This small city in the colonial highlands is consistently ranked one of the world's best cities, and for good reason. You'll find incredible restaurants and cafes, art galleries and shops, and picture-perfect views everywhere.
In the main square, the breathtaking emblem of the city, La Parroquia de San Miguel, draws crowds both day and night. The towering neo-Gothic facade is an architectural masterpiece. In the evenings, the city comes alive with dozens of gorgeous rooftop bars and restaurants, many with live entertainment, like this tightrope walker.
For a similar but completely different experience, nearby Guanajuato lands at number 7. Often overshadowed by its high-profile neighbor, San Miguel de Allende, if you're looking for a charming, authentic Mexican city loved by Mexican tourists, add Guanajuato to your travel list. This city truly caught us by surprise.
In addition to gorgeous views and colorful homes dotting the hilly landscape, there are a number of unique tourist attractions in Guanajuato. The first that you'll notice is a labyrinth of underground roads and tunnels, which keep traffic out of sight as you explore the city on foot.
Other highlights include a stop at Kiss Alley, where only 168 centimeters, or just 66 inches, separate these two balconies. Taking the funicular for spectacular views of the city and visiting the jaw-dropping Mummies of Guanajuato Museum. Seeing these naturally preserved mummies from the local cemetery is by far one of the coolest things we've seen in Mexico.
At number 6, Mexico City is one of our absolute favorite travel destinations in Mexico. We have even talked about renting an apartment in the Roma Norte neighborhood. There's just so much to see and do. We also love the delicious food and thriving nightlife scene.
For first-time visitors, don't miss the Sumaya Museum with a staggering collection of over 66,000 pieces of art. The building itself is covered with 16,000 aluminum tiles and is an impressive sight.
We also recommend exploring the historic center on foot, visiting the massive Metropolitan Cathedral, watching the sun light up the Palace of Fine Arts, and last but not least, taking in the life and art of Frida Kahlo at her former home. Mexico City definitely has something for everyone.
For an unforgettable add-on to Mexico City, book a hot air balloon trip over the pyramids at Teotihuacán. We had an amazing experience on this tour, which provided door-to-door transportation from our Airbnb, so it was super convenient.
Moving south to the state of Oaxaca, the city of Oaxaca comes in at number 5. For the best food in Mexico, come to Oaxaca. We planned our trip here weeks in advance to make sure we had secured reservations at all of the city's best restaurants and cocktail bars. And the tasting menus offered at restaurants all over town are surprisingly affordable.
Oaxaca is known for mezcal, mole, and chocolate, so it's basically heaven in Mexico for foodies. Definitely book a mezcal and mole tasting to learn more. We tried 7 moles and 7 mezcals at ours and took notes on which ones we liked best. I had no idea they were all so different. We also met people from all over the world at our tasting, and we had an absolute blast.
In addition to food, the historic ruins at Monte Alban are worth a visit, as is the trip out to see the petrified waterfalls at Hierve el Agua. We did both of these on our own, but a guided tour would have made our lives much easier.
Down on the Oaxaca coast, number 4 on our list, we can't get enough of the rugged beaches, friendly locals, and delicious food. Stretching from Huatulco to Puerto Escondido, the 2 main gateways to the Oaxaca coast, you'll find dozens of rustic little beach towns like Mazunte and Zipolite, our favorite. Zipolite is known as Mexico's first legal nude beach, and it's super popular with the LGBTQ community.
Puerto Escondido is also having a moment. Gorgeous design hotels are popping up all along the coast. Playa Cicatela and La Punta are two beaches that are exploding in popularity with backpackers, surfers, and foreign tourists.
We also love Playa Carrizalillo, our pick for the most beautiful beach in Puerto Escondido. And for turtle lovers, you can release your own baby turtle every evening at Playa Bacocho just before sunset. Sunsets on the Oaxaca coast are some of the best we've ever seen.
Continuing with the countdown, we've made it to our top 3 best places to visit in Mexico. At number 3, we return to the Mexican state of Quintana Roo to explore Playa del Carmen. Located halfway between Cancun and Tulum, Playa del Carmen wows visitors with its stunning beaches, amazing food and nightlife, and luxury hotels. You'll often find us relaxing at a rooftop pool in Playa del Carmen.
The city is also super walkable and is a great base for exploring the region. You have easy access to Cozumel by ferry too, which makes for a great day trip to explore the island, snorkel the Palancar Reef, or visit El Cielo Beach.
At number 2, Tulum attracts an international crowd to its pristine beaches. Tulum has one of the most visited archaeological sites in Mexico and is the only Mayan ruins directly overlooking the Caribbean Sea. For the perfect day in Tulum, we highly recommend exploring the ruins first and then relaxing on Paradise Beach, one of the best beaches in Mexico.
Tulum is also home to some of the most beautiful hotels, restaurants, and beach clubs in Mexico. New venues continue to open as Tulum grows in size and popularity. Just check out this incredible new cenote called Vesica, just a few minutes from our house in town. It's been exquisitely outfitted by one of the best local design firms in Tulum. Pure luxury.
On that point, there are basically 2 Tulums. You have the beach with the pricey hotel zone where you can expect to pay New York prices for hotel rooms at Azulik or a night out at Gitano or Bagatelle. In town, you have a thriving local and international restaurant and bar scene. Prices are much more affordable and the experience is arguably better. We can also easily ride our bikes to the beach by day to get our fill of sunshine, sand, and margaritas.
Well, we've made it to the end of our countdown. At number 1, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico is unrivaled with its offerings to visitors. You have lush green mountains with ocean views, unbelievable sunsets, adventure activities from parasailing to ziplining to hiking, whale watching excursions, boat trips to virgin beaches, and some of the wildest nightlife in Mexico.
You'll also find some of the most insane rooftop pools, legendary hotels and restaurants, and even multiple theater venues for entertainment. For our LGBTQ friends, the Romantic Zone is an extraordinarily popular part of the city with dozens of gay bars and clubs.
On our last trip to PV, we challenged ourselves to find the best sunset bar in the city. That may prove to be your biggest challenge on a vacation in Puerto Vallarta.
On that note, the reason we decided to make this video now, just before the low season, months from August through October, is that the 2023 to 2024 high season in Mexico, which lasts from November through April, will start booking up quickly for the best places to stay, especially for New Year's. So go ahead and make those reservations sooner rather than later.
And if you're wondering how we could possibly rank this list of the best travel destinations in Mexico, we decided to do it by how likely we are to book our next trip to each.
We do have a couple of places that we haven't been yet, like La Paz for the unbelievable Balandra Bay and Guadalajara for the tequila train. Those 2 have been on our travel list for a while now. But we're most excited to head home to enjoy our house in Tulum during the low season when it's not as booked on Airbnb. It's nearly booked solid for July, which surprised us, but of course, we're super happy about it.
Well, that's a wrap. That's it for this video, counting down the 12 best places to visit in Mexico. We hope you've enjoyed this video as much as we did putting it together. If you haven't already, it would be awesome if you would smash that like button for the almighty YouTube algorithm and consider subscribing to our channel. We cover a range of topics on moving to Mexico and enjoy sharing our experiences living and traveling around the country.
We also want to give a quick shout out to James, our first 2 Gay Expats channel member. Thanks for joining. We really appreciate you. If anyone else is interested in becoming a member, simply click on the join button in the upper right-hand corner of the homepage and you can learn more about it.
As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.
Hasta luego!